Chapter 7. A Confession Interrupted. The days after the fete were a blur of stolen glances and quiet moments that lingered longer than they should have. Tilly found herself seeking out Tom's company, whether it was under the guise of helping him repair the chicken coop or walking the long path to the river with a basket of Aunt Edith's pies. And he, it seemed, was always there, ready with a teasing remark or an easy smile that left her breathless. But beneath the laughter, the air between them was charged. Words left unsaid seemed to hang in the space between them, growing heavier with each passing day. One warm afternoon, Tilly wandered into the meadow behind the farmhouse. The wildflowers swayed lazily in the breeze, and the sky was a perfect, endless blue. She'd come here to clear her head, but her thoughts kept circling back to Tom. "Can't stay away, can you?" She turned to see him standing at the edge of the meadow, his shirt untucked, his hair mussed from the wind. He looked every bit the rogue she'd accused him of being, and her heart betrayed her with a treacherous flutter. "Shouldn't you be fixing something?" she teased, trying to mask her nerves. "Maybe I wanted a break," he replied, his tone light but his eyes serious. He stepped closer, and she suddenly felt the enormity of the moment. The meadow seemed to hold its breath, the usual sounds of birds and rustling leaves replaced by the pounding of her heart. "Tilly," he said softly, "I've been trying to find the right moment to say this, but I'm starting to think there isn't one." Her breath hitched. "Say what?" He hesitated, his hands flexing at his sides as if he didn't quite know what to do with them. Thomas, there you are!" The shout broke the moment like a stone shattering glass. They both turned to see a boy from the village sprinting toward them, his face flushed. "Your mum sent me to find you," the boy panted. "There's trouble with one of the horses." Tom's jaw tightened, and for a fleeting second, Tilly saw frustration flash across his face. Then he nodded. "I'll be there." The boy ran off, leaving them alone once more, but the spell had been broken. "I'm sorry," Tom said, his voice low. "I have to go." Tilly forced a smile, even as disappointment twisted in her chest. "Of course. Go." He hesitated, as if he wanted to say more, but then he turned and walked away, his long strides quickly carrying him out of sight. Tilly stood there for a moment, the meadow suddenly too quiet, too empty. Whatever he'd been about to say, she knew it would have changed everything. And yet, she couldn't quite bring herself to regret the interruption. Because if she was honest with herself, the idea of hearing those words, of admitting what she felt in return, was as terrifying as it was thrilling.